What's good, people? Uncle Hotep back at it again. How y'all doing out there? I'm doing fine. Anyway, Seth Rich, in a non-joking manner, Seth Rich is back in the spotlight. You know, he was the DNC staffer that was shot and killed in D.C. This is during the election season, during all those leaks. Now, his name's been brought up again because allegedly WikiLeaks has stated that he was the source. You know what I'm saying? Now, what does this mean? Well, it does. It means the Russian narrative is false. You know what I mean? It wasn't a hack. You know, nobody was hacking Bethesda's emails. It was leaked, and Seth Rich was the leaker. Now people were saying, was it a hit job? And that's what I think. I mean, you're not gonna be a white person in D.C. get killed and nobody got no leads for nothing. You know what I'm saying? that should be your first, like, you know what I'm saying? I know people get away with murder every day, but for this guy to be somebody, you know what I'm saying? And when somebody gets killed, you gotta be like, and nobody gets caught, you know, because we know no Shine, the Akata of the Shine and Nignog did not shoot and kill Seth Rich. One, it was no robbery. Nothing was taken from him. He just got killed, and that was that. I think allegedly I read on poll that some blacked out vehicles surrounded him and lit him up. You know what I mean? Almost like reminiscent of the Russians in Training Day when they lit up Alonzo's black ass. You know what I'm saying? And that's sad. But now, what happened? Now, is this the reason that this Russian story has popped up? Because they knew this Seth Rich story was going to pop up, and they had to have a distraction for it. You know what I mean? I woke up this morning. Seth Rich is trending on Twitter. People are trying to get this trending. I think Fox News. I think Hannity, Dice. They all retweeted the story about WikiLeaks. He was the source. And whatnot, and we'll see what it goes. I mean, I have major doubts you have like CNN or anybody else pick this up. You know what I mean? And that should be another tell. You know what I mean? That there was something to this story. And this is what it kills me. That I mean, people are more enraged about this quote unquote Russian narrative than a political hit job. You know what I'm saying? Seth Rich was doing the Lord's work. You know what I mean? Maybe he was a deep operative for somebody on the rights camp. Maybe. I don't know. He just volunteered for. I don't know. Haven't really checked his background on why he was doing the leaks, or maybe he was just disgusted by some of the stuff that was being done. But it's crazy, and it's crazy. No one has found him. I mean, I've seen stuff on poll that it went up all the way up the food chain. Yeah, I mean, they got dirt on the police chief's back, so he spiked the investigation. You know what I'm saying? And that's how things done in the world. To be honest with you, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I always, you know, and that's another thing about hacking, and you know what I mean. Most of this time, like, people watch too much Hollywood, too much television, movies, and stuff like that. You know what I mean? When they think of hack, they think like you can just go on a computer and type a whole bunch of stuff, and all these bits will be flying back and forth, and you can get everybody's email. You know what I mean? Or you can stick a USB port, is USB stick or something. You creep into the server room, you stick a USB, and it gives you everything. You know what I mean? Nah, most of the time it's like you either steal somebody's password and you access the system as them, or you get download. You get access to the server, download everything, and you start spreading it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what happened with, I think, with Seth. You know what I mean? for people to believe this Russian narrative, like they're out there hacking, they accessed the server and they got all the emails. Like, how would they? Like, just think out. I mean, just think of your mail store on a Microsoft Exchange server and stuff like that, and how big that is, and how many terabytes that is. And then you go to this transfer terabytes of data without anybody watching. I mean, I do work. I have worked in. I was working in support for 10 years in computer support, network support, whatever. Some server support, but you know what I mean. They wouldn't let a black man go up in the IT office. I'm half joking on that, but I don't do that anymore. But so I know a little bit about it, but it's crazy, that narrative. It can play on the American people's dim-wittedness about some certain things, you know what I mean? And it's crazy. So I hope this gets more exposure. If you're out there, retweet about, look into Seth Rich, look into, I mean, it should perk your ears, you know what I mean, that no one has been caught, you know what I mean? And I made a tweet this morning. I was like, they were desperate because they just did a quick hit job. They didn't frame up nobody or nothing. Somebody told me they didn't have to frame up shit. They had all the police department. They had all DNC. It was in DC. Had all the DNC in on it. So they didn't really have to cover up nothing. But I think this is the if you don't cover stuff, if you don't frame somebody up, man, it leaves open-ended investigations. You see what I'm saying? In their haste, in their hit job on Seth, you gotta tie up loose ends. You gotta blame it on somebody, because if you don't blame it on somebody, people are gonna just keep searching and searching until they find something. Maybe that was the point, but hopefully this can lead. Now this is where Trump has to step in. I would get Sessions on the case and be like, yo, Jeffrey, well, let's hold up on this drug czar stuff, man. Come on. We need to find out who killed Seth Rich. And that's what Trump and Sessions should. That's what they should be after. I know that's murky waters, because you know what I mean, if you're dealing with people that can get somebody capped, you know what I mean, that's a lot of money you messing with. You know what I mean? So they might turn them barrels of the guns on you. So you got to be careful. But yeah, he should be up high up the food chain, and he gets his opponents out of his circle to get something investigated on that. Because I know they left the trail somewhere, and hopefully it gets uncovered. We'll see. Anyway, it's Uncle Hotep. Peace.